Okay, so let's booster back. Yeah, so here's the part. I got it from Pro Marine. I had bought one off of Amazon, but this one had better reviews, so I waited till it came in. Oil block-off kit with screws. You can see it's a Mercury 135 to 200 horsepower. And this is what it looks like right here. You'll notice though, what I wanted to show you is there's a flat side on one of it. On one side of it, the other side is rounded. It's got a little O-ring right there that comes with it too. I just put that on, slipped it up on there in the groove, and then also put some grease on it. But I want to show you that it's not the flat side. The flat side goes down. It's only one of two ways this will go in. You only got two screws here where this plate came off, where the injection pump came off. So you just get it lined up like that, and then just give him a little push. There you go. And it'll get past that groove, and you can see the holes line up really well right there. And it comes with two screws, one of the Mercury screws, and so we'll just snug it up. And there's the pump. It was held on by two screws, one right there and one right there. And I think it was probably okay, but you know, on this older boat, I just wanted to make sure it was going to be all right. Let me just show you here. There is the oil reservoir. And basically, I know there are a lot of things online with this. Those lines just came through the hole there, and they came up right down through here. And then one of them connected to this plug area right there. You see where I've just got that zip tied, and I just bought those set of plugs on Amazon of varying sizes, and then I just zip tied it together. The other one went into the reserve tank, which sat right here, which was held on by these screws here. Okay, so that all just came off. I did have to take the cover off and remove a couple of the bolts that hold this whole bracket on. I mean, this whole piece that attaches to the carburetor. So there are just some screws in there that you loosen, and that whole piece will come forward like this, and you can get the tank off. But see how everything opens? Let me show you one other thing. So it used to be that the fuel line right here would come in and go right up to the pump, and that was fed from the reserve tank. And so the pump then had a T in it, and it would connect the lines together and go over to the fuel pump. Well, all I had to do was take that loose and run a new line, because it wasn't quite long enough. I wanted to make sure that I cleared everything well from the throttle plates and whatnot, so nothing was hitting there, see? So there's nothing really hitting at all, and I just ran it right through between the carburetors. And then here's the fuel pump, and this is the main filter, and it just attached. See my clamp right there? It attaches right there. That's the line coming from the other side. And then the pump just shoots up to the carburetors. This one goes to this top carb, this one goes to the middle carb, and then this one goes to the lower carb. And that's all there is to it. I mean, it's really simple. So now I don't have the injection system, so I got a lot of room. Oh, last other thing is my oil injection warning module was mounted right here, and it did not work. I mean, the wiring was just bad, and every time I turned the engine on, I was getting that beep. And so for a while, I just took the ground screw loose, which was right there. It also has wires that went into the cap on the oil reserve tank up here, and then it had one ground wire that ran over here and attached to the switch box here on the green line. I think it was one of these two lines. This one down here at the bottom, I still got the cap off a little bit. And that was pretty much it. You can see I've put all new switch boxes on. I've put a new stator and rotor in. That was pretty simple. I just had to buy a flywheel nut to pull the flywheel off. I've retimed everything. I didn't do a video on that. That was a real learning experience. But it was not bad. I bought a timing late, and I got a good one, and did well. Bought all new wires for my coils. I still have a question about whether these coils are going to be good or not. They seem to show okay. I did run it in the lake 2 weeks ago, and boy, in wide open throttle, it was great. So anyway, that's the only wiring I haven't replaced. I've replaced the starter, I've rebuilt the fuel pump down here, I've rebuilt the carburetors, and you can see that in one of my videos. Put all new switch boxes on here, all new wiring, starter, trigger, new rectifier here, new thermostats here and here. What else have I done? New plugs, of course, new water pump in there. Did that some time ago. And yeah, I took off the idle stabilizer that was right here, and those wires were just destroyed. So when I redid the timing right here, I just made sure. I first found top dead center with a piston stop method, and there are lots of videos online about how to do that. And I set the degree before top dead center, or actually after top dead center, 1 degree earlier, so that it would get a better compression, a better explosion on the advance there. So I know that may not make sense to you, but there's some really good stuff online that you can see. So anyway, this is really the last thing that I've got to do, and then I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna now have to mix the gas and oil, but it's okay. At least I know now that everything is good. So I'll be having oil going to the motor for sure, no problems. A couple other things I just want to show you right quick. I've got a light kit here for the navigation system. Let me show you this right quick. I just kind of rigged it kind of in a funny way, but I'll show you it does work. So this is the navigation light, but I put a big bright halogen light on there, and I wired it with a plug so I can just unplug it over there. But that goes to one of the switches up there. Just ran a wire to the switch up there. I also added these inside lights. There's one there, green one up there. There's one down here and one in the back over there. You can see it back over there. So here's some of my wiring running around. That looks kind of gross. But also added these 3 lights in the front. Again, this is a duck boat, so I'm not concerned about it looking beautiful. But they do really, really great. I put a horn on here. I added these switches over here for those lights. All the navigation stuff still seems to work, even though it's pretty old. Fuel pump works, fuel gauge works rather. There's the tank. I put a new sending unit in there, and had it hooked up wrong at first, but got that right now, so it seems to be doing fine. So yeah, there you go. I mean, this has been a 5-year journey. Trailer all painted, it's coming loose. Put new wheel bearing hubs, new tires on there, rewired the trailer, new boards on the side here. I have not put new boards underneath there. They seem to be okay for now. Put a new strap on the front here. The next thing I think I'm going to do is put a new one on here, just because the handle's getting kind of chewed up. You can kind of see the rust is getting really bad when you try to crank in on it. So yeah, I'll keep messing with it and keep doing some pictures of it. I think I'm going to probably do some grass pictures on the side just to make it a little bit better for duck hunting. Maybe not, I don't know, not sure yet. But anyway, there you go. So hope you enjoyed that. If you do like what I'm doing, I don't post a lot, but hit the subscribe button, I would appreciate that, and the like button. So final thing I'm going to do, keep seeing these last final things, but I did buy some of the Quicksilver Power Tune. I hope this is going to be as good as the Mercury stuff, but I'm gonna shoot that in the carburetors. And there are several videos online that you can do of that as well, just to make sure that as much junk as possible can come out of there. And again, last thing I keep saying is, you see these tanks all over the place? I found one of these on Facebook Marketplace for $75. You can get them a little cheaper, a little bit more expensive, but I wanted a test tank. So I took my grinder and I just literally ground out the plastic here and these couple rails. And now when it's empty, I can slide it right up to my motor and I can have a nice tank. You can see the oil from this gunk. This thing puts out, this motor puts out a lot of junk. But it works really well. And then I can drain it with the valve right over here. This is my little motor, my little Honda that came with it from the friend of mine, and it runs like a champ. It just mounts right on the back, and it'll push the boat just great. It goes right here. Has a separate tank for that. Okay, well thanks. Enough of the last thing. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it very much.